Multitasking. Okay, now he goes on to say how a man can handle one thing at a time. That's why you only give him one kid at a time. But when you start handing him multiple kids, I don't know how he explained it, but it's something like that. And I was thinking, some people can, like they say, don't do multitasking because there's some scientific research behind multitasking. So I used to do that a lot, especially working around critical situations, um, and able to do certain things. But I was effective at it. But then those that do not multitask, their personality is more slower, more thought about, more whatever. Um, Sometimes dependent, and then the other behaviors they have with that personality, they will pull you back from doing what you're doing. And because they can't do it. Now, this depends on their personality, but then you have some that appreciate it because um, you're working together and you're getting things done and you're helping each other. But multitasking is, again, it's not just exclusive for woman versus the man. It goes across the board for people in general. Um, and that's another thing within the behaviors and how people act and things of that nature. I have noticed being in the workplace for many years and uh, around different people in different situations. It's not just a man or a woman that can handle multitasking when it comes down to it, whether it's in a busy emergency room, whether it's doing a mass cal exercise on a military base, whether it's um, multitasking with multiple children, and cooking with hot food on the stove and knowing how to feed a baby with the bottle with one hand while you're cooking with the other hand. Things that you perfect. It all depends on who the person is and their you know, how some people can handle it very well, some people cannot. All right. So I think I am on number 5 of the relationship segment of the videos that I'm doing on relationships. I'm talking on basing it off of Mark Gunger's seminar, Laugh Your Way to a Healthier Marriage. And so it finally hit me because I'm like, I couldn't explain it of how I wanted to put it together where it's not just intimate relationships. I wanted to put that together with like some of the personality assessments, and then from learning about narcissistic abuse, sociopaths, psychopaths, and then also just the whole makeup of things. And as I reflect on the relationships that have come in and out of my life and continue to be in my life on a daily basis, in the workplace, neighborhoods, just dealing with people back and forth every day. And the main person is me, and learning my personality, behaviors, and is so important because it plays a huge part on how I respond and react to certain situations or people. And so the other day when I did a video, what was the name of it? Wait, hold on, let me see. The name of it is Self-Love Without Apology. And so I did a lot of profanity. which is my personality and who I am. I can't be fake. I just don't want to be fake about being someone else and trying to be all nice and cutesy and act like something that I'm not. And at the same time, I understand it can offend people, but I wanted to and feel raw in that video, and I want to explain something. Like I'm trying to, like I said, with the relationships, trying to put that together with all the other different personalities and behaviors, and mind is the most important, so that I understand how I respond and things of that nature. Now, some people may say, and just leave it as you're being reactionary, number one. Number two is that you're harping on an old story. You know, sometimes people, they can talk about their stories all day long, but as soon as you open your mouth about your past stories and try to explain something, it's like, just shut up. And so, and then number three is it's important to be able to relate. I'm learning and I'm just sharing from experience, to be able to relate your backstory, your past, your history, related to everyday life and what you experience and things of this nature. So I just wanted to talk a bit more about that and share as I continue to gain clarity on it. Like there are some things I do on a daily basis, but I don't know how to explain it to other people, and this is my way of doing that. All right. So learning about yourself through assessments, I love the DISC, Myers-Briggs, or the Enneagram, and applying insights from seminars like Laugh Your Way to a Healthy Marriage can transform the way you handle any type of relationship, not just those with romantic partners. You know, and by first learning about yourself, I can share that from my experiences, I have gained an objective lens to view and improve all the relations that I have been in, becoming equipped not only to foster healthy connections, but also to protect oneself and act decisively when faced with destructive patterns, no matter how they come at you or what context they come at you with. So applying, like just learning about self, and behavior insights, about, and me, in this particular one, I was, did a video about race, and, discussing the personal impact of being teased, being, a light-skinned black child. Expressing this story required deep understanding of my own experiences, emotions, and coping mechanisms. And so, learning about myself, before, like, making the video, I've likely, through many different scenarios, reflected on how I processed teasing and exclusion as a child. You know, through things like taking the DISC personality assessment, the Myers-Briggs, learning about the Enneagram a little bit. It may have helped me identify how I internalize the pain, seeking understanding, or even use humor as a coping mechanism. And so if you learn you're someone who's like harmony, for example, in the high S in the DISC or the INFP in Myers-Briggs, one might recognize why teasing felt especially painful and how it shaped
my desire to help others feel more comfortable. And it just, sharing brings about vulnerability, assertiveness, skills built through self-awareness work. You could explain, like, when you explain invulnerability like this and articulate your story in a way that's honest, but not confrontational. Just relating, showing that you can relate to others from the experiences that you have had or gained, and from personal studies that you research and stuff, help you better understand why others might tease or exclude people. Sometimes those behaviors come from insecurity, misunderstanding, or differences in a worldview. So being armed with this perspective, you can respond to hurtful comments online or in person. And the more you look into it and look into self, you can set boundaries, find similar or like-minded people that you can relate to and feel comfortable around. So recognizing the difference between teasing that is thoughtful or teasing that is thoughtless, and behaviors that is truly damaging, such as ongoing bullying or gaslighting. It's healthy to distance yourself from people who continually cross your boundaries. And that's one of the main things, is being able to recognize that, and those are the type of people that I lean to defend and support when it comes across my path. So if someone responds with denial or mockery, you become more prepared to disengage rather than internalize and put that mess inside of your heart and your soul with their negative stuff that they're projecting onto you, because your well-being is what matters. And because, when you do the work, learning about yourself and your triggers, you're able to use your personal story to advocate for greater understanding, whether in schools, workplaces, or social settings. And you can model this for others, how to talk about different topics and difficulty topics with honesty, compassion, and boundaries. So understanding these behavioral personality patterns and recognizing healthy versus unhealthy interaction can empower you to share your story, educate others, and navigate all relationships more effectively beyond just the context of race, childhood teasing, but in every area of your life. All right. Peace.